Welcome to the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. And on today's episode of Why the WNBA Stays in the Dumpster, we have exhibit number 1, an article in The Guardian explaining why Paige Bueckers isn't accepted by Middle America. Quote, one reason is there has been no one portrayed as the black villain for Bueckers to compete against. The fact that has meant she's gained less attention and adoration from Middle America says a lot about the state of the country. This is an article that came streaming across my desk, so I had to click and take a look at the article. In the article, it goes on to spew more racial, nonsensical rhetoric. While Black America cheered Bueckers, it seemed like mainstream white America, a demographic that once viewed her as, in her words, a media darling, weren't singing her praises quite as much, and still don't. Is this coincidence? Or maybe because her injuries have made people forget her greatness as an athlete? Possibly. But she's back from injury now. So why aren't people as focused on Bueckers as they were on Clark last season when she was tearing up college basketball? Maybe if Bueckers had delivered a more vanilla ESPY speech, things would have been different. Another factor is the Angel Reese effect. Women's college basketball ratings surged in the last 2 NCAA tournaments. Some of that was due to the excellence of the players on the show, but some of it was for less edifying reasons. Much of the media made Reese the villain to Clark's heroine after the Black Princess upstaged the Great White Hope in the 2023 NCAA Tournament Championship game. The viral image of Reese defiantly waving her hand in front of her face, the same taunt Clark has used in a previous game, which has been debunked by Haley Van Lith, transformed Clark and Reese from great players to lightning rods for racial animus. People who had no interest in women's basketball suddenly became fanatics in every sense of the word for all the worst reasons. They were there to cheer Clark's whiteness and attack Reese's blackness, not their talent. When she was drafted into the WNBA last year, Clark repeatedly asked fans not to weaponize her, but it didn't stop her becoming a dubious hero for bigots who often spewed racist abuse at her black opponents. Clark had become a huge star because of her sheer talent. She was a WNBA All-Star and Rookie of the Year in 2024, but also because of her supposed rivalry with Reese, a rivalry both players had played down. Meanwhile, there has been no black villain for Bueckers to compete against. The fact that has meant she has gained less attention and adoration from Middle America says a lot about the state of the country. Meanwhile, during Ramadan, Bueckers cooks breakfast for her Muslim teammate. Ooh. Sings gospel songs, the black versions, before games. Ooh. Has a level of connection with her black teammates that truly resembles a sisterhood. Was raised by her black stepmother. Has black stepbrothers and sisters. Has had black boyfriends. Has designated herself as an ally to her black teammates on multiple occasions, not just in her ESPY speech. All of this simply does not sit well with that certain demographic who embraced Clark for all the wrong reasons. How did I do, folks? Did I do good? Thank you. We already went over the numbers. Clark's television games, higher than Angel Reese's games in 2023. First round, second round, go on and keep going. 2024, Clark's games. Go on and keep going. Sophomore year, 2022, Kaylin Clark. You see how easy that is to do? Eton Thomas. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Just smack you around real quick. These people just love using race in everything. Why don't people like Paige Bueckers as much as they like Kaylin Clark? It must be race. Has nothing to do with their game. Has nothing to do with the style of play. Has nothing to do with their personality. It has to do with their skin color. Why was Caitlin Clark Rookie of the Year? Nothing to do with her stats, nothing to do with her impact, nothing to do with the play on the court. It must be because she had a rivalry with Angel Reese, who happens to be a black woman. Ooh. And did you hear Paige? She cooks Ramadan for her teammates. She sings gospel songs, the black versions, for her teammates. It resembles a sisterhood, except holy shit. The question is that I want to know, who did Paige have in the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef, right? Am I right? Am I right? Right? That's the test, right? That's the test. Remember Family Guy? Family Guy, they had that episode where I think they pulled Peter over and they held. I'm sure some of you are too sensitive to laugh at that joke, but it was funny. Paige is already getting set up for a presidential run. Kid hasn't even completed college yet. Is it okay if I say kid? Is it okay if I say kid? This is disgusting race baiting peddling bullshit. This is fucking disgusting garbage. This is exactly why people with the ability to think for themselves can read an article like this and say, wow, if anybody actually thinks this way, you don't deserve to be any type of decision maker ever. You barely deserve to be a decision maker in your own household. But I can't control that. Do you really think this way? You really believe this? Not only this, but your stupid editor actually read this article and said, oh yeah, this is good. Oh yeah, this is magnificent stuff right here. Oh, good. And you even said she had black boyfriends. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. This is wonderful stuff. Feed it out. Wait a second. So has Paige never had a black girlfriend before? Wait a goddamn second. Have you never had a black girlfriend, Paige? Oh, so what's wrong with the sisters, Paige? Huh? Oh, only the brothers you'll indulge in. But what about the sisters? What about the sisters? Oh, interesting. Interesting. You don't like yourself, the sisters? Okay, all right, Paige. Because if you did, I'm sure they would have shown this in the article, right? They would have shown this in the article. Paige is the great white hope, folks. Paige is, to be honest, Paige. After I wrap up this video, I got some weeds in the front lawn. I'm planning. Can you come over? Can you give me a hand? Can you lend a brother some help? These motherfuckers just keep growing. They grow up, I spray. They grow up, now I gotta fucking dig up the root and all this. Can you please help me out, Paige? In between your busy schedule, in between cooking breakfast and singing gospels and doing hey, Smooth, can you teach me how to, in between doing all of that stuff, can you just help me with my lawn? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That is all I am asking. And of course, your article is race baiting trash. We are watching Juju and Hannah ball out. That article isn't a way to get more eyeballs on Paige, but that was never the intent. Because CC is more exciting to watch. Cry harder, you racist. Can't believe how stupidly, insanely this article is. Man, how are you not embarrassed by this? Caitlyn was already a massive star before Angel bullied her on national TV. How many white girls went #1 before Caitlyn? If people were so racist, they wanted a white girl to latch onto, why didn't any of those other girls transcend the WNBA? God damn, that sounds like some facts. Now that sounds like some facts. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.